So guys, all coins are crashing right now. Bitcoin is on the verge of either pumping or dumping. The US elections are taking place tomorrow. We're going to have a definitive answer of who is the US president. Overall, Kamala Harris or Trump. Hopefully Trump for our altcoins and cryptocurrency. On top of that, we have the FOMC meeting. And guys, there's a ton of perspectives in terms of which coins are going to be performing best, as well as what you should be focusing on in terms of the events that are going to be taking place. But guys, if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, sharing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, as well as how you guys can capitalize on the events that are taking place. Overall, right now, like how I said, the US election is tomorrow. By the time you're watching this, the US election is already going to be taking place. On top of that, overall, we're going to have the FOMC meeting taking place afterwards. And right now, guys, there's a lot of different perspectives on which altcoins are going to be ripping up based off of the news tomorrow. Overall, I want to jump into those perspectives, price action around Bitcoin, and what we can expect for altcoins. Other than that though, let's jump into it. So guys, like I said, there's a ton of events taking place this week. The US election, which is tomorrow, Fed meeting is going to take place afterwards, and then Jesse Cohen saying Powell holds the keys to the market's direction this week. And he's just saying it's an important week, and volatility is expected based off of the sizable market moving events that are taking place. Firstly, Tuesday is election day, which is tomorrow. By the time you're watching this video, the election day is already starting with the presidential race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Too close to call. I honestly feel like it's Donald Trump. You honestly got your opinions, drop it down in the comment section. Overall, the Fed November meeting then kicks off the following day. An announcement is due Thursday, pretty much with those basis points and the cut we're going to be seeing based off of Fed Chair Jerome Powell, and the speculation of a December pause and a few other different things going on in the markets. And on top of that, guys, we have a whole bunch of other different listings and news things coming around specific companies, mainly around the US as well as others, and this is going to have a huge effect on the markets as well as exactly the news events that are taking place. But the biggest thing, guys, is who's going to win the US election. Right now, everyone is wanting, you know, a Republican Party win, Trump over Kamala Harris. Miles Dutcher and a few other Coles give their perspective on the space, and I kind of want to just give you, get you into their mindset a little bit. So Miles Dutcher first said in his opinion a little bit earlier, it says Trump win, instant pump, new all-time high this year. And then he says Kamala win, instant dump, new all-time high Q1 2025. Either way, Bitcoin goes to 100K plus. It's just the path that changes. I do, however, think the ceiling is higher for both Bitcoin and alts if Trump wins. And I went ahead and said agreed, pump's inevitable, just a matter of how it plays out. And yeah, I really do agree with this. If Trump wins, I think everyone's going to be so hyped. You know, we're going to see a huge rip up. And, you know, based off of reclaiming specific zones on when we closed out for Bitcoin could really determine if we're going to start shooting up. But, you know, if Kamala wins, we can see a dump just because everyone is trying to price in a Trump win. And, you know, with that negative sentiment around the Democratic Party, around cryptocurrency, we could see a dump. Everyone capitulate their bags. Altcoins could take even drastic, you know, dips more than what they have already done, and we could see new all-time highs in Q1. At the end of the day, this is bullish. We're either going to see a huge rip up by tomorrow, or Kamala, you know, will cause everything to dip, and we're going to have time to accumulate. But at the end of the day, this is where you got to get into the mind of different people's perspectives and understand what might happen. Miles Dutcher also went ahead and said something in terms of if Kamala wins, which I don't completely agree. He says Kamala winning would probably trigger a huge meme coin season. The fear of another Operation Choke Point crackdown on utility tokens probably forces investors into nihilistic alternatives like memes. Ironically, this will end up doing more damage to investors in the long run. And I do completely agree with this. I think every sector is going to have its rotation. Every sector is going to perform pretty decent. You know, some are going to outperform others, but I don't think, you know, just because Kamala wins, it's going to trigger a huge meme coin season. Of course, meme coins are going to pump, but at the end of the day, rotations are going to happen. And I think, you know, utility coins are still going to see, you know, those crazy targets. Overall, Miles Dutcher ends it off with saying if Trump wins, we all must significantly raise our targets just because he's a pro-crypto president. Aggressive monetary policy, especially with, you know, the reserves and everything he has in mind. Global liquidity on the rise and easing. Stocks and gold at all-time highs. Sounds like the recipe to Valhalla to him. So overall, he's really, you know, bullish overall on the events that are taking place, and so am I. But at the end of the day, we really need to see exactly which candidate is going to be winning, and that's going to have a true effect on the markets. Kaleo then gives a little bit more of a perspective on the elections and how it has an effect on the markets. He says in 2016, the total crypto market cap was just 12 billion. In 2020, the total crypto market cap was just over 400 billion. Today, it's more than 2.2 trillion, guys. So we have way more liquidity in the markets pretty much. The weight of the decision comes with the gravity that comes from growth in this space. Previous elections, it was more of a non-issue because the boomers in the office didn't really believe it had a chance of surviving and becoming what it's become today. It's now way too large to ignore. They realize it isn't going anywhere, and at the end of the day, money speaks. So guys, you can see pretty much based off of the liquidity in the markets, based off of each cycle, we're in a different landscape. Overall 2.2 trillion right now, and we're not even at the peak of the market. In 2016 we saw that 12 billion, 2020 400 billion, and now we're at 2.2 trillion. And the specific events of this US election is way more drastic than any of the other ones, just based off of exactly what he was seeing with the previous elections. It was more of a non-issue because the boomers in the office didn't really think it had a chance of surviving. So with cryptocurrency, with exactly the candidate that is in office that is revolved around the positiveness around cryptocurrency, this is just a different cycle, guys. And you really got to keep all of this in mind, especially with what's going to be happening tomorrow. Murad goes into his perspective talking about how meme coins are going to be the biggest thing. They're going to outperform. It says the coins that outperform in 2024 will be the same coins that go ultra parabolic during the 2025 mania. Study all past cycles. So he's even talking about not only just meme coins, but any coins that outperformed in 2024, which a lot of the coins I talk about on my channel have outperformed in 2024, as well as a few others. But overall, he says one of the main posts that I like, he says, being able to sit on your hands is a huge competitive advantage. 95% of your profits will come from doing nothing. People with discipline and patience will outperform everyone else. So guys, right now with everything that's going on, with all the huge events that are taking place, I think the best thing you can do, even of course if you want to de-risk, just because if we see a Democratic Party win tomorrow or today, by the time you're watching this video, we could see altcoins take a huge drastic downside rip, just going down. Rest in peace. But overall, if you try to de-risk, you overall increase your risk. And just because you're not just sitting on your hands, at the end of the day, people that try to get out and get back in, usually they capitulate, buy in higher, and wreck themselves. So you don't want to catch yourself doing that. But overall, everyone has different perspectives on what is going to be doing best, especially based off of the perspectives on what's currently going. All coins right now have different sentiments. Mustache, as you can see, he's super bullish in terms of the price action around Bitcoin, just because he has a broad perspective. He's been seeing this for a matter of years. So he's ready, in the next few weeks for these rips. He doesn't care about any small capitulations. But then a lot of other people are talking about how altcoins could be potentially going to zero based off of the events that are currently taking place, and if we don't see Trump win. So with all this sentiment in the market, guys, you really got to keep in mind what is going to be happening and exactly what you want to do, because you don't want to catch yourself making a last minute move and get yourself shreked just because you're FOMOing into a decision. Right now, guys, top performing sectors, I've been talking about it, is the meme sector and the AI sector. Right now, memes are actually pumping up today. Not really good. Only 1.2% for the total cap of the meme market. But overall, for the 7-day, you can see a lot of coins are down nasty, guys. Don't even get me started on AI. AI coins are down significantly nasty. I dropped a recent video talking about AI coins. You guys should really check out that video, just because it's talking about the best AI coins in terms of safety, and then some greasier coins where you can make that 20, 50, potentially even 100x. But overall, right now, guys, all coins are taking a hit. Just based off of what's going on in the markets, the specific events that are taking place. Like Jesse Cohen said, overall, Tuesday, tomorrow, or the day you're watching this, presidential race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. He says it's too close to call. I say Donald Trump. The Fed November meeting then kicks off the following day. Ooh, I just hit my charger. Then kicks off the following day, guys. So we have these big events that are going to be taking place that you need to be aware of. Now, I'm going to cover the price action around Bitcoin, just because this is what's going to have a huge effect on altcoins. And the price action around Bitcoin is going to follow the events in the US election, in that FOMC meeting, and everything else that is currently going on with the stock markets and everything else. Overall, guys, I talked about the price action around Bitcoin yesterday. 69,000 was the region to hold. We're currently sitting at 67,000 right now. This is confirming a little bit of my price action. Just a minute talks about how traders right now will be shorting Bitcoin below 69,000 on that Sunday close. But with tomorrow's US election, he wouldn't be surprised if this is a trap, just as a pump to 73K would likely be a trap. The scenario only plays out with the 69 reclaim. Sellers won't make it easy though. So guys, based off of the, current price action that we're seeing, we need to see a close up above 69K. But currently right now, we're currently sitting at around 67.9, and the, sellers in the market aren't making it easy. Also, based off of the price action, even if we see a Trump win, we could see, a huge shoot up all the way to that 73,000 region, but it could be a fake out, guys. It could be a huge fake out, especially since the Fed meeting is following right after the US election. So the biggest thing right now, guys, is keeping up with the price action around Bitcoin. See if we close above that 69,000 region. On top of that, you need to also know exactly what's happening in the markets. I'm gonna have a quick recap of everything that's going on and exactly what you need to focus on. So first of all, like how I said, big events happening. US election is happening either today by the time you watch the video, or tomorrow if you're watching it already. And then after that, we have the FOMC meeting that is going to be happening afterwards. If we see a Trump win, we could be potentially seeing a huge pump. If we see a Kamala Harris win, we could see a dump before the pump. And even if we see a pump with Trump, I'm not even meaning to rhyme, guys. That's how you know it makes sense. It's just rhyming. Overall, if we see a huge pump to 73K, that could also be a fake out, just based off of the price action that's currently going on and the sentiment with those well-to-retail traders. Right now, based off of previous cycles in the liquidity in the market, we have so much more liquidity. And the weight of the decision of this US election is so much more drastic, as well as the decisions on the Fed cuts and everything else based off of the crypto markets. Right now, guys, we're on the verge of crazy gains, but altcoins right now are taking significant hits. Many people have different perspectives on what is going to be happening, Kamala Harris or a Trump win. We could be seeing huge pumps or dumps. It all depends on your perspective. In terms of the altcoins that you should be focusing in, guys, the top performing sectors right now is the meme sector and the AI sector. I'm going to make an updated video talking about the meme sector, just because right now memes are performing quite nicely, but I made a recent video talking about the AI sector, so you guys go check out that video to make sure you are capitalizing. But overall, guys, that is currently what's taking place in the market. Right now, Bitcoin is trading around that 67,000 region. We would like to see close above 69, but overall, the US election is tomorrow. And by the time we see, the events happening with the US election, the winner, we're already going to see an effect on the crypto markets, as well as for altcoins, based off of the price action around Bitcoin. Following that, guys, everyone has different perspectives on what's currently going to be happening in the crypto markets based off of which party is going to be winning in the US election. And then following that day, depending on who wins, we still got the FOMC meeting with Fed cuts and additional things that are going to have an effect on the markets. But guys, that is currently what's taking place. You need to keep up with the price action around Bitcoin as well as altcoins to really determine what you want to do and understand exactly what's probably going to be happening. Altcoins could be taking a huge hit just based off of the news that we're going to be seeing tomorrow and the following days. But guys, if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, as well as the specific events that you guys need to know so you guys can make sure you are up to date with everything that's taking place. Right now, keeping up with the price action around Bitcoin is super important. The two biggest events that are taking place is the US election, which is happening tomorrow on Tuesday, or by the time you're watching this video today, and then the FOMC meeting, which is happening afterwards. This is all going to have a huge effect on the markets as well as cryptocurrency. So guys, overall, stay up to date with everything. I'm gonna keep dropping daily videos to keep you guys updated on the markets as well as specific altcoins you should really be looking at, so you guys can make those crazy gains and we're gonna be out on top. Overall, alt season is on the verge, but guys, we gotta play these specific events, see exactly what takes place, keep documenting, and live through it. HODL, guys. HODL for the sake of you. Overall, we're going to be making some crazy gains, but if you're selling, you're capitulating, you're not going to make those. Overall, though, I'll keep you guys updated on the markets. Drop me a comment, like, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support you guys show me on this channel. Also, go follow me on X. I'm trying to get monetized on my X account, as well as this YouTube account, so I can overall just go full into crypto trading. But overall, guys, I really do appreciate the support. Overall, stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.